Okay, so let's start with the West Coast, the NFC West. The Seahawks are year in and year out a very good team. That's mostly due to Russell Wilson and solid defense. I think they started out really hot last season, and then they kind of went away from allowing Russell Wilson to cook, as it were, to be the focal point of the offense. I don't think that they'll do that again this year. I think that they will put it more into Russell Wilson's hands. I mean, he's already proven he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It's about time that the Seahawks treat him like that, because up until now it's been a little silly in terms of how they've treated him. I mean, the man won a Super Bowl in his second year. He's accomplished quite a bit, and I think they really do need to recognize that, you know, he is a once-in-a-generation talent that they're kind of letting waste away after those two quick Super Bowl appearances. Let me know if you think, you know, they're kind of wasting Russell Wilson a little bit. Past the Seahawks, we got the Rams, who I think are going to be Super Bowl contender. This team is stacked. They're in win-now mode. They don't really have any first-round picks for a long while because they've decided to flip those picks for established players, which is a good strategy for short-term success, not a good strategy for long-term success. We'll see what happens here. They traded for Matthew Stafford, obviously, so that should be very interesting. They just traded for Sonny Michel from New England, who I think will have a great year in St. Louis. Jesus, still have them as St. Louis in my head. In Los Angeles, I think he will be a surprise breakout player this year. So I have high hopes for the Rams personally. Other than that, we got the Cardinals, who, you know, they have a great receiving core. They added A.J. Green. I don't think Larry Fitzgerald has officially announced one way or another if he's coming back. He certainly is not going to be back for the beginning of the season, maybe a little bit into the season. He'll make a run at it. But I do think if A.J. Green can stay healthy, he can kind of come in and be that number 3 receiver for the Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins is obviously potentially the best receiver in the league. He's always going to be good. They added J.J. Watt, who I still think has some left in the tank, to pair with Chandler Jones, who is just so good. So we'll see how they do. I think they'll be competing for a wild card similar to last year. Hopefully for them, it goes better than last year. And finally, we have the 49ers, who are in a weird position because they seem like they're well established to win now. They were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but they just drafted Trey Lance, who's their quarterback of the future. So they're kind of towing the line. I think we don't see Trey Lance too much this year, maybe in the second half of the season, or if Jimmy G gets injured. I mean, that's certainly not out of the question. If they can avoid injuries, like last year, they just got devastated in a few weeks, and that pretty much put the kibosh on success for them for, you know, the rest of the season. I think they can be a potential wildcard team. This division's very stacked. I think it's very good. Potentially the best division in football, which is funny because like 5-10 years ago they were laughing stock sending Seattle to the playoffs with a 7-9 record, but times certainly have changed. All that being said, I think the Rams will come in first, Seahawks second, Cardinals third, 49ers fourth. So we'll see what happens. This is the division I'm least confident in my ratings because I can see, depending on injuries, depending on COVID, depending on all kinds of factors, any of these teams winning the division and any of these teams coming in last. So let me know your thoughts, what you would rank these teams in the comments section. I'm very interested to hear about that. Hey, thank you so much for watching that clip. If you liked it, maybe subscribe. We have tons of other NFL videos, as well as really every sport we're covering here on Wicked Good Sports. So subscribe, stick around. If you want, check us out on iTunes. We post mirrors of the videos on there as audio only. Follow us on Twitter at WGEverything, at Wicked Good Sport, on Instagram, on Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything, and on TikTok, just search Wicked Good Everything. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.